opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the Torrance. ETN, a very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 5-yard first play, second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 4 and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Running out of the gun with ETN. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's ETN. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're throwing things away for future drives in this game.
Called a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Here's Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they got 3 yards. That's enough for conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. ETN not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? You might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points in this one. I think that's how they'll go about
it. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua on the right side, open is Gesicki. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Finding room at midfield. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they got themselves a 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 47 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard it, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys go as fast as he is. And I think it's the last time they got his number in this one.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Now they were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence, ETN bringing in another one. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. For 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run with ETN. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher
He's got it! Touchdown, Dolphins!
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 29, Lawrence. And that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Etienne up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Etienne once more. And he is going to be stopped cold. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I see it up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Caught by Jones. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation, very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice gain there for a first down.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Lawrence, a slant to Jones. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Lawrence going to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tua now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oh,
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
7 yards there and a first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins will add to their fourth-quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
And this one's caught. And their fourth-quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they looked at the situation, figured it out. Well, a 2-score game in this situation, they got to feel much better about where they are.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now Lawrence, and completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing now, Lawrence. And it's caught. Touchdown. Zay Jones from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. To throw is Tua.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And some room to run now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready, break.
Down to an knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. What a ball.